Yo, what's up, Team ImSikovit? Patrick, and welcome to episode 1 of my Dream Account series. If you're looking for the other episodes, there is a link to a playlist for a series in the description below. But where we left off last episode, and yes, there was an episode before this one, I just called it episode 0 because half the video was spent talking about stuff unrelated to the series, and the other half was more of an introduction. Just watch the video if you haven't yet. Anyways, I was trying to do every quest that I can that gives combat XP. There is a lot of them though, so I didn't get to do all of them, but I'm going to continue in this episode. Whether or not I'll get to finish it this episode, probably not, but we'll see. So I want to start this off with the Grand Tree. However, this quest does have a 25 agility requirement, or I could even do it with 20 in a summer pie, but the latter is not going to be necessary because I actually have a way to jump me straight to 25 or higher. And that is by doing the Tourist Trap quest, because if you don't know, this quest apparently has a 10 fletching and 20 smithing requirement. Okay, never mind, I gotta do that first. I just looked it up. There isn't really a quest that can jump me in fletching levels, so I'm just gonna have to train it. I'm going to be making bronze arrows because it's probably the fastest thing I could do at this level. Wow, that literally took me 2 minutes. Now for the 20 smithing requirement, I'm sure we all know what quest would get me straight there. I have to get 10 mining first though, as I need to mine blue-rate ore, but that's fine. I'm just going to do Dork's quest for that. Super easy quest, and it's in the same general area. If you didn't know which quest I was talking about, by the way, that would jump me in smithing levels, the answer is Knight's Sword, but there we go, quest complete in 29 smithing. Okay, so what I was trying to say before about Tourist Trap, before I found out it had skill requirements that I didn't have. If you don't know, this quest gives you 4,650 XP in your choice of either agility, fletching, smithing, or thieving. And you get to pick twice, so you can either pick 2 different skills or the same skill both times. Agility is probably the worst skill to train out of all those, especially in the beginning levels. So I'm putting both of it into agility for a total of 9,300 agility XP, which will take me straight to level 26. Now I can do Grand Tree. By the way, if any of you thought that may have been a lot of work and are questioning whether or not it was worth it, since my main goal was to get common XP, and I just had to go through 3 other quests that gives no common XP just to get this one quest, I think it was worth it for a few reasons. First one being, you always gotta keep in mind that I'm going for a quest cape as my first big goal, so I have to do them regardless. Second reason, I definitely prefer doing those quests versus actually training agility. I think doing those quests probably took the same amount of time it would have taken me to train agility at 20, if not, agility training might have taken even longer. There is a third reason, but before I get into that, our Grand Tree complete for 18,400 attack XP, taking me to 45 attack, 2,150 magic XP, taking me to 24 magic, and 7,900 agility XP for 32 agility, which is great. This leads me to my third reason, by the way. Grand Tree was not the only quest that I needed agility for, so all that effort wasn't even for this one quest. Mountain Daughter actually requires 20 agility, and it was slightly helpful that I did Grand Tree right before this quest as well, because I have to go to the White Wolf Mountain in one specific area that's literally right next to Gnome Glider. Mountain Daughter complete for 1,000 attack XP and 2,000 prayer, but no levels. It's fine though, XP is XP, so every little bit counts. Next up, I want to do Troll Romance, which also has an agility requirement, 28 agility that I already have thanks to Tourist Trap and Grand Tree. But I need to complete Troll Stronghold first, so let's get that done. You know what I never realized? Maybe it's because I haven't done this quest in a while, but Troll Stronghold is low-key hard at my current level. I had to fight 4 different trolls, and I could have easily been wrecked by all of them. I don't even think there's any amount of food that could have saved me, but I got it done only because I have protection prayers. So Troll Romance seems to be easier than Troll Stronghold in the sense that I only have to fight 1 troll, and it appears I'm able to safe spot it. However, it can apparently use both melee and range attacks, which is why I have on Protect from Range right now, as safe spotting already prevents the melee attacks. If that's accurate though, I'm assuming it won't try to attack me using a combat style I'm already protecting against. I'm not sure though. I kind of want to turn off my prayer because I feel like I'm wasting prayer points right now, as it doesn't look like it's trying to attack me, but if I turn it off, and it does use range attacks, I risk getting killed. It could apparently hit 30s, by the way, and my HP is only 29. Okay, so I didn't turn off my prayer. I got through the fight and finished the quest for 8,000 agility XP, which got me at 36, and 4,000 strength XP, which got me at 33. Next thing I'm going to do is actually a mini quest. You guys probably know this one. It's Bar Crawl. The only reward this gives you is access to Barbarian Agility course area, which I actually need for 2 quests. First one is going to be Scorpion Catcher, where the only other requirement is 31 prayer for access to the upstairs portion of the Edgevale Monastery. It turns out I have to go through basically the entire Taverley dungeon for this quest, and I spent like 10 minutes looking things up because I haven't actually done this in so long, as I'm used to having 70 plus agility to use the shortcuts. But if you don't have access to shortcuts, you have to go all the way around to then find out it's blocked off by a gate, which you need a key to unlock. To get that key, you gotta go to this other area in a different part of the dungeon, even further away. Then when I got here, I found out last minute I have to kill some guys to get another key first. Of course, I didn't bring a weapon because I didn't know I had to fight anything. Definitely am not turning back after going through all that just to get here. Luckily, I do at least have prayer pots and food because I knew I was going to get attacked in here, so at least I will survive the fight. It's just going to take a while. You, my friend, were way more trouble than it's worth, but let's go finish the quest. 6,625 strength XP, putting me at level 36. That was actually a super easy quest, by the way, with the exception of the Taverley dungeon part, unless you already have the Dusty Key or have access to a shortcut. Second quest I need bar crawl for is Horror from the Deep. I also need 35 agility for this one because I need to get into the actual Barbarian Agility course, which is cut off by an obstacle pipe. Good thing I already had 36 thanks to all the quests I did earlier. Man, this boss fight against the Dagon Off Mother is a piece of cake. So she uses both melee and range attacks, but you can use a safe spot to prevent the melee attacks and use protect from range to stop the range attacks. It won't attack you using a style that you're protecting against, so if you have on protect from range, it'll look like it's not attacking you, but do not be fooled into turning it off because it will if you do. I didn't pay attention, accidentally let my prayer drop at one point, but it's okay because I survived. One problem with my strategy though is that the Dagon Off Mother can only be harmed by certain attacks depending on its color, which is one of the 4 elemental spells, range attacks, or melee attacks. I didn't bother with the melee attacks because I would then have to come out of my safe spot. You still have to attack it though in order for it to switch colors, so basically what I did during the melee phase, I guess, I was just switching to wind strike spells so I didn't waste too many runes and stuff doing that. I got the quest done for 4,662 XP in each magic, strength, and range, putting me at 32 magic, 38 strength, and 20 range. Next up, I'm going to be doing Monkey Madness. I remember when I first did this quest, like the first time ever, before I even started making quest guides or had a quest cape, like the time I had to do this quest to even get my first quest cape. Who knows how many years ago that was, but I heard the worst stories about this quest before I actually did it, and a lot of people considered it to be the worst one at the time. Then I did it myself and found out just how bad it was. It was just so annoying because I kept getting sent to jail. Now it's funny because I know this quest like it's written on the back of my hand, and I go through the whole thing without getting sent to jail, not counting the times I would have to. And with protection prayers, I could do this on a fairly low level account. On my questing account, actually, it was one of the first 5 quests I did, so I could have done it earlier on this account too, but it just wasn't such a big deal. The quest is now done, but I have to go to day row to claim all my XP. I always choose to get XP in attack and defense for this. Strength XP is nice too, but the problem I have with that is I don't care for the HP XP. I mean, I get some XP anyways, and that's cool, but I just rather put more XP into the other combat skills. I ended up getting 49 attack, 43 strength, 43 defense, and 38 HP. I also got 33 magic during that final fight, by the way, and that's important. I'm doing Dragon Slayer right now, and the reason why I wanted 33 magic is because of this goblin. I need to be able to use telekinetic grab to get his map piece because I was not going to let him hustle me for 10k. Good old Melzer's Maze. So you see this guy killing the rat right now? I'm pretty sure that's the one rat that has the key for me to get into the next room, which means I have to wait for him to kill it, then wait for the rat to respawn. Fun fact, if you want to know how I know that, I didn't find this out too long ago myself, which annoyed me a bit because I used to spend so much time in this place. In general, again, the keys thinking it was just luck when it really wasn't. For the first 3 rooms in this maze with the rats, the ghosts, and the skeletons, they all have somewhat minor details about them that distinguishes them from one another, and there's one specific one in each room with a very specific look that has the key. If you kill that specific one, you'll get the key 100% of the time. I'm not going to get into which one it is in this video because I do talk about it in my actual Dragon Slayer guide, but whatever, at least I know about it now. Wow, so I'm fighting Elvrog, and you know what I think is actually overpowered? This thing is almost dead, and I've used one piece of food so far, which I believe is due to my anti-fire pot, because Dragonfire has barely hit me for anything, if at all. Now obviously this is something I'm using to my advantage, which kind of makes me look like a hypocrite, but I felt the need to point it out anyways because I didn't think it would be this helpful going into it, considering this is a boss fight, but whatever, let's just get the quest done. 18,650 XP in both strength and defense, putting me at level 46 for both. And that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for future videos to come, especially episodes of this series. If you haven't already, also check out the playlist for the series, link in the description below for more episodes. Catch you later. Peace.